AMD Phoenix 2 chip details leak. When it comes to AMD's Phoenix 2 chip, the manufacturer has kept a low profile. Without the help of reports, photos, and enthusiasts looking for specifics on the chip, it almost seemed like AMD had never launched it. However, slowly but steadily, we're learning more and more about it, and according to the recently shared die shot, we have confirmation that this chip uses a hybrid architecture. The die shot shared by QQ, via HXL, depicts what's believed to be a Phoenix 2 CPU, Ryzen Z1, with 2 Zen 4 and 4 Zen 4C cores. Unlike Intel's hybrid designs with the Cove, Montana cores, AMD's Zen CPU core architecture still allows hyperthreading, SMT, meaning the die is from a 6-core hybrid CPU with 12 threads. A large L3 cache, in the middle of the left side, green structures, 2 high-performance Zen 4 cores, below the L3 cache, 4 smaller Zen 4C cores, 3 above L3, 1 to the right of Zen 2 cores, and a large IGPU, on the right side, are clearly visible in the alleged Phoenix 2 processor die shot. There are also many DDR5/LPDDR5 PHY ports on top of the chip, as well as PCIe, USB, and other physical connections on the APU's bottom and left and right sides. After the die shot was shared, a tech enthusiast named David Wong, via Tom's Hardware, shared his review of the Ryzen Z1, a CPU based on the Phoenix 2 chip, as seen in the info picture on the post. The reviewer also shared a table with more specifics on the Z1, where it states that the chip comes with 2 Zen 4 cores that can clock up to 4.9 GHz, and the 4 Zen 4C cores are limited to 3.5 GHz. In addition, it has a total of 16 MB of L3 cache, 4 MB per Zen 4 core and 2 MB per Zen 4C core, and a 4cu RDNA3 based IGPU that clocks up to 2.8 GHz. Wong tested the Ryzen Z1 on a portable PC but did not disclose the model. The system powered by the Ryzen Z1 was equipped with 16 GB of LPDDR5x7500 memory. The CPU was tested in 15 watts and 30 watts power modes. The Ryzen Z1 mobile PC was compared against an HP EliteBook 835 G10 powered by a Ryzen 7 7840U, an 8-core CPU that can boost up to 5.1 GHz, with 32 GB of LPDDR5 6400 RAM. The HP EliteBook 835 G10 had a fixed SPL, sustained power limit, of 25 watts. In terms of speed, Zen 4 was up to 30% quicker than Zen 4C in the specified single-threaded integer rate 1 test. However, the performance of the Zen 4 and Zen 4C cores was similar when locked at the same 3.2 GHz clock speed. In Cinebenchmark 23, there was a 29.8% difference in total performance between the Ryzen Z1 at 15 watts and 30 watts modes. Regardless, the Ryzen 7 7840U was the quicker processor, beating the Ryzen Z1 by 53.5%, 15 watts, and 18.2%, 30 watts. Moving on to efficiency, the Zen 4C shows some promise. To achieve the same clock rates as Zen 4, Zen 4C requires a higher core voltage to hit 2.0 GHz or more. However, below that value, we see the opposite, with Zen 4C consuming less power even with a higher recorded voltage. That can be explained due to each core's min, the minimum voltage required by a CPU for a workload at a certain frequency. While the Zen 4 core reaches min at 2.3 GHz, Zen 4C does it at less than 1.5 GHz. Lastly, in terms of IGPU performance, the Ryzen 7 7840U outperformed the Ryzen Z1 by up to 65%. In comparison, the Ryzen 7 7840U's IGPU has 12 RDNA3 CUs that can clock up to 2.7 GHz, whereas the Ryzen Z1 only has 4 RDNA3 CUs that clock up to 2.8 GHz. AMD's Phoenix 2 CPUs were scheduled to hit the market this year, but we haven't seen this APU anywhere yet. It's possible AMD opted to include it in its Ryzen 8000 series portfolio, which is planned to arrive in 2024, but until we have official confirmation, this is pure speculation.